Welcome back to Last Cast. Bit of an opportunity video this. I've been spinning and I've got the cameras with us. I won't go do a film, but what I've noticed is there's loads of roach and rudd in the edge and further out. So what we're going to do is just fish maggots, see if we can get some. I had all this gear in the car. I've just been firing a few red and white maggots out and a bit of hemp. But we've been spinning. Tom's up the bank and he's spinning. He's had about 30 perch. But we have seen, as we've been going around, we've seen loads of roach and rudd. I fished this place about, maybe, might have been 10 years ago, and all I caught were perch then. So what I'm going to do is, just going to see if I can get some fish out and probably try to do this video in real time. Just a bit of a stocking filler video. Yeah, it's unpredictable, there might not be nothing out there. I'm just going to fish one red maggot at first. And I've got some worms, I'll try them on. I'm sure I'll catch perch on worm. And see if we can get some of these roach and rudd. What I'll do now, I'll just move the camera so it's a bit more behind us. I've only got one camera with us today, so it's just going to be one view. So let's see if we can get some. This is my type of fishing, this opportunity fishing. And we might even get the chance to do a video with Tom doing the spinning up there. He's doing quite well with the spinner. But let's move the camera now and see if we can get some fish. Right, we'll go for the first cast now. I've changed the float so if you can see it a bit better, this one. And the other one, it dotted down a bit too much. You probably won't be able to see it. Just see if I can get a bite now. Like I say, I've been firing a bit of hemp out as well as maggots with the catapult. And see if we can get a bite. Might be a case we don't get any bites. And there's nothing happening at the moment. Could be a case as that was lightning fast bite that. And I suspect this is a roach, and it is. It's a nice roach. Not massive, but it's nice roach for a gravel pit. Don't know what size to go to in here now. Like I say, it's mainly a carp lake. And we just thought we'd come for a few hours spinning. And we've done alright on the spinners though. I was surprised how many silvers there were in the water. Got them cameras out. And what I'm going to do is fire some maggots out every 3 fish or every 3 bites. And another one straight away there. And another roach. Not a bad size, this one's a bit bigger than the last one, a bit frisker. I think I'll only net the really big ones out. Another nice roach. Because the pike will probably whack them in the edge if there's any here. I'll get another fish on and I'll fire some more maggots out and a bit of hemp. It's a good start this. A bit surprised I'm getting bites so fast. Like I say, fishing probably about 4 foot deep here, just above the weed. I missed that one. What I'll do is I'll leave it in here because I've been putting some bait in, close in. I'll save recasting. We'll see if anything's turned up there yet. I seem to be getting... I don't think there's anything close in. Must be all a bit further out so far. I'll try it a bit closer in. It just saves recasting into the bait zone. The maggot might be nicked or bust. Now what I'll do, I'll check it. It's got a bit of weed on it and it's doubled over the hook. You're never going to get out with a bit of weed on it, so they might have moved closer in as well. And get another red on. See if we can get another silver fish. Did see some rudd. It might be a bit closer to the top. I might have to come up in the water a bit. just let that settle down. There seem to be fast bites here, so it's normally telling you the silvers when they're fast. Another fish on. Swing it out, another roach. I'll get this one in, fire some more maggots out. Like I said in the intro, I ain't got all the gear with me today, so it's a bit awkward doing the maggots and emp. Got no trays or anything. That's miles off target. Get some more in. I think there's plenty out there. A bit of emp. The only trouble with the emp is it'll be going to the bottom and get recast out. Something's nipped me maggot in the edge. Get another red maggot on. Recast. At this rate, if I'd have had to keep it, I'd have probably got a good weight. We'll see if we can get some more different types of fish. We want one of them rudd. They were definitely rudd here. Another roach by the looks of it. We're bringing the pike in at this rate. Another nice rudd. I mean roach. Got rudd on my mind. That's 4 fish in 5 chucks. Which is, you know, you've got commercials. You know, they're all natural breeding in here, these. They're not stocked, I don't think. I think it's just all the weed, it's been really good for the fish. We'll see if I can. There's some bubbles coming up there, so there could be something bigger in the swim. It's another fish. It just shows going to some of these local waters. It's on the Bradford book, this one. Another mint condition roach. All been about the same size so far. What I'll do is get another one on this and I'll try double red. And just keep chucking a few there. And get cast out again. It's a beautiful night tonight. It was pouring down when we first came. It's really warm. So I think that's probably brought the fish on the feed a bit. I seem to be getting all the, it's just had a little bit of a knock on it then. We'll see if it goes. Like I say, it might attract the pike. If I don't get a bite quite soon, there's probably something wrong with the hook bait. A bit of a wobble on it then. They just seem to be that bit further out the fish. I'll recast it. Just check the bait. It's still there. That's a bit better there. Been good with casters here. For something holding that up then. And I don't know if you can see it, we're bouncing a bit then. If the fish go off out there, I'll keep firing some bait out and then just fish a bit closer in. And this is the longest I've waited for a bite, so it could be telling me there's a pike in the swim. Did see some bubbles. Unless they're going down deeper for the emp. I'll do chuck some. Maybe a pike in the swim now. I'll fish that closer in now, see if I can get one here. This is a rudd. Beautiful rudd that. You can see, mint condition. took it on the drop, that one. There's some coming a bit closer in now. I expect because the water's clear, they'll spook quite easily. We'll just see if we can get another one here. And the strange thing, I don't think, I lost count of what I caught. I don't think I've caught a perch yet. There's loads of perch here. I'll put a worm on and see if I can get one out. I just pulled it tight then and someone took it, so it's probably a perch, this. It is. Swing it out. That bit of movement then, it caused it to strike. Nice and green, the ones in here, with all the weed. And what I'll do is, I'll just try to get another one here, and then I'll try a worm. Or no, I'll try double maggot next. And see if I can see what happens on double maggot. I've just gone totally dead out there. Could be a case that there's a bigger fish, probably a pike. No, I just spooked them, you know, water's like gin. And some bubbles coming up there where I've been baiting. And nothing. We'll see if that movement will make a perch take it. I might be catching the fish as well, you know what's spooking the other fish. A bit of a knock on it there. I don't know if you can see it going up and down a bit. I think there's probably a small silver on it, or perch. And it's not wanting it. And what I'll do, another one, took it as I was bringing it in. It's probably again a perch. Yep, another perch. Gonna go for double red now. I'll get back out in that far bait zone. See if I can get a bite on double red. I think perch will take it, I'm not sure the roach. But they seem to be on the feed. And there's fish topping everywhere. Got a dink on it then, nothing there. But had to go at the double. Get back out again. Might get some bigger fish on this. It would have been good if I'd had some corn in the car. I could have tried the corn, but I've got worm to try. It feels like a decent fish. This might have to net this one. No, it's just a perch. Felt like it was a bigger fish. Another mint condition fish. I'll try double red again. I've had a bite at a chuck now, which is unusual for a water like this. Or is it? It's not commercial, this place. Got that double red on now. I'll see if I can get another. And I'm going to try worm. There's nothing having a go at it. Spoke a bit too soon. I was expecting bites really fast, but there's something had a go at it then. So it's probably going to go in a minute. There might be loads of roach there. There's just what I don't want to take. Double red. Just another little knock on it then. If I don't get one in the next couple of minutes, I'll put a single red on again. And nothing. A bit of a bounce on it then. There's fish there. And what I'll do, I'll try it closer in where we were. And see if I can get anything here. Seems to have gone off a bit. I think it's probably the double maggot. It was on some weed then. What I'll do, I'll take one of the maggots off. See if that produces anything. It might be a case of just you don't want to take the bigger bait, the roach. It's either I've spooked them all and they've moved further out. Got a bite then on it. Recast. Let's try it a bit further out. Let's see if I can get one more bite on this. And definitely something changed. Maybe a case of just come up more in the water. Another fish on. And what I'll do is I'll crack on. If I get any bigger fish or different fish, I'll do an update. And that's probably the biggest roach I've had. And fantastic condition fish. Get it back in. I'll crack on. See if we can get anything bigger. Right, a bit of an update. I had no bigger fish at the moment. I've just been catching roach, a few rudd and perch. And I'll put a big worm on now, just go see if I can get a bigger perch out. Just chucked it in front of me where I've been chucking the maggots, just see if I can get a bite. I've been fishing for probably about an hour now. I've had quite a few fish. I'll just see if I can get a decent perch out. Keep moving it about a bit. That might entice it to take it. Some bit of a wobble on it then. A bit of a lift bite, so there's something checking it out. And feels like it doesn't feel like out massive, but it's probably a perch. I'll net this one out, it's a bit big. I've got my small spinning net with us today. Like I say, this is a bit of an improvised session. But not a bad perch that. Get a few of them and build a big weight up. Nice, perfectly green, mint condition perch. And that worm's good to go again. I'll see if I can get another perch out. There's some proper fizzing out there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I think the carp are spawning down in the corner. And there's something churning the bottom up. What I found with the perch is you seem to get them when you're moving it about. You just keep moving it a little bit and The perch sees it, goes for it. There's something seeing that one then, because it's dipping up and down a bit. Let's go in a minute. I'll just check that worm. I'm not sure if pole fishing would be too good here with the water. It's like gin, might spook the fish. I'll see if I get another perch out on worm, and I'll see if the roach and rod have turned back up. Just move it again, just keep moving it about. I don't think they get fish for much here. Something just saw it bouncing a little bit, but it must be small perch. Nothing, go have a go at it. I'll just see if we can get one more perch. Not looking good. Something had a whack at it then. You can see it going up and down. And a small perch. I think they're too small to get the worm in the mouth, some of these perch. Be good coming down here with a perch bobbler. Just there's something, just lifted it a bit then. There's something on it now. It's probably just sat there on top of the weed in its mouth. Another perch on. I presume it's a perch. It is. I'll swing it. Not too big, that one. I'll get the discarger on this. It's only trouble with perch. You can see the hook. Another mint condition perch. And like I say, Tom's spinning. And he's getting an hit every spin, every chuck, should I say. Right, an update now. I'll just move the camera around a bit. And I've been fishing probably for 3 hours now, and I've had probably 60 fish, probably more. Lost count. With what the roach are moving up backwards and forwards, and they're getting spooked when I'm catching a few. So I've been moving up and down with them. And I've been catching some decent perch on worm in front of me. And it's been good fun. But the roach moved over there, you get a few and then they seem to disappear. I think what it's because the water's crystal clear, it's like gin, they just spook and move out of the way then. And I'll see if I can get a bite out there. I had that many rudd, but I've had probably about 7 or 8 rudd as well. But mainly getting perch now. And another fish on there, it feels kiting out. It doesn't feel like a perch, not shaking its head. It's probably another roach. You just got to keep chasing them about here. I think I might have to net this one. It's not a bad one, this. I've had a couple like this off camera and a few bigger ones. But I turned the camera off to save the battery. But you know, it's a decent size one, that. You know, well, I've had a couple a bit bigger than that. And I think it's getting to dusk time now. It's probably about 7 o'clock. We've got another couple of hours, and I think when I came for a few hours originally. I think we're probably going to stop now. Tom's walking around the lake with his spinning rod, catching plenty of perch. I'll get another maggot on and see if I can get another one out there. Covered in weed. There's plenty of weed. You just got to fish above the weed for the roach and perch. I've seen a few tench moving about as well, but I ain't got the right gear to fish for tench. We'll see if I can get another one out there, and I'll probably have to keep moving up and down. And then I'm going to put a worm on, see if I can get another perch out the edge. I've been just chucking a few maggots in. You know, I've had some nice perch, not massive, not over a pound. We'll just see if I can get another roach out there. I just had a bit of a dink on the float and it's somewhat on it now. A bit of slack line that, but I was hooked into it. I was putting a bit of a bend in the rods, kiting towards me. It's another decent one. There seems to be some, like it's a perch. Swing it out properly. You know, beautiful perch them. And Tom's been getting them on the spinner. Trying to persuade him to do a video, but he won't. I'll get another maggot on. I'll fire a few loose feed out. If you ever come to these places, it's probably, you know, basic is fishing. Most of the people fish here, not all of them, they're carp fishermen. I've just been talking to some lads and they haven't caught anything. The carp are spawning now, so they've packed up and headed home. And that's why there's no one on today. And we just came on the spur of the moment. And you see there's plenty of fizzing, but some of it's probably vegetation rotting on the bottom. And it's not quite as far out. The fish are moving further out as well. I just missed that bite there. I'll cast out again, just check the maggot. Looks a bit... It's been nicked right at the end, that, so that's telling me that one was a roach. I'm not fishing, I've got £3 bottom on and a size 14 hook with a single maggot, and they're taking that. If I went down to size 20, you'd probably be getting more fish, but again, one bite a chuck. And I'd hate to think how much weight I'd got if I'd had a keep net, you know, in a few hours. There's plenty of fish out there. I'll see if I get this. Quite hard to see now with the sun. And I'll probably have to start fishing straight in front of me again because the sun's moved around a bit and it's making the float hard to see. And it's not, they're probably spooked off a bit again now. I can see they've moved further down. But they're out of my range now. There's the trees in the way. And I'll just see if I can get one, a bite. There's probably a perch now. I think the roach have moved. And they're all on the top, the fish, because it's warm. It's not sunny, but it's really warm. It doesn't look like I'm going to get another bite here. I'll just keep it in a few minutes. We'll see, you got to be patient sometimes, you know, because I've been getting bites instant. I think I'm going to get one, just one every time. It's pulling back a bit, this one, don't know what it is, it's shaking its head. Could be another perch. That's another nice roach. I might stick it out there, see if I can get some more, because the better roach have been coming from that one. And you can see I've got my little predator net. I had to dip it. In this place there's a big dip it. And dip your nets if you have to. And it's not an ideal net, but like I say, we were originally spinning on the river. Another beautiful condition roach. I'm just going to try there for a bit. I'll crack on there, see if I get any of them bigger ones out. And I'll do another update when I'm moving the edge again. You know, it's basic fishing this, but it's, you know, it's good fun, and it's, anyone can do this. You know, you don't need much gear, just have a few bits and bobs in the car, and it's, you know, it's maggots and a bit of hemp I've been putting in. I haven't been chucking any hemp that way, so I'll see if I get another one of them decent roach. I'll sink the line if I can. I think as it gets darker, I think the fishing's just going to get better. And not forgetting this close margin and all, but mainly getting perch there now. And all the rudders seem to have disappeared. Fast bite that. And I'll change that maggot. You see that, it's squashed. If you ever got a squash maggot on, unless you're on a commercial, always change it. They won't touch it. I'll see what happens now. I think I might have been putting, when I was putting the hemp in over here, I think it, obviously hemp sinks and the fish were going down to the bottom. I haven't been putting any in there. I tried fishing on the bottom, but there's just too much weed. That's a smaller roach, but another nice mint condition roach. Let's get it unhooked, get it back in. No pike's moved into my swim yet, down there. Like I say, it's surprising how many roach are in here. I probably had 30 or 40 roach. It's one of them fishing sessions. I don't really want to go home now. I've got a couple more hours left. And we'll just see what happens. I'll just crack on, and then, like I say, when I fish in the margin here, I'll do an update. But they're coming thick and fast now there. Don't feel as big, this one. There's another roach, mint condition. Like I say, I don't think I've seen better conditioned fish for a while. I just come back from France and some of them were nice there, but catfish and eels were having a go at them. That maggot's good to go again. So if I can get one of them ones, they're probably not a pound, but they're not far off a pound. A couple of that I've had off camera. I think it might have been the hemp what's done it. Can't see the fork now. It's just had a dink on it then. It's going to go in a second, I reckon. Yeah, it's no fishing. If you saw that one top, then it's moved a bit further out now. If I don't get a bite in a few seconds, I'll bring it in and put a worm on. That's the thing, you know, they're not going to hang about. If they see another fish being caught, they're going to move on. But they do come back. Now I'll have to go in the edge now with the worm. What I keep doing, moving about on swims, because you get a couple of fish out, the swim just dies. So you've got to keep moving and be moving about. And you can see there's probably a couple of carp just coming in there. I don't think they're feeding. We'll see if I can get a bite on the worm. Nothing yet. I'll move it about. I've been moving them about and been getting the perch to take it. If I don't get a bite on the worm, I'll put a maggot on. We've been putting loads of maggots out there. It's just gone under a little bit then. I'm going to strike on that one. because I don't want to get a deep hooked fish. As soon as I see any activity on the float, I'm going to strike. You don't catch as many, but you don't get them deep hooked ones. The worm bouncing up and down, so there's fish swimming. One on it now, fighting like a perch, and it looks like a perch. I'll swing this one out. And that one stuck straight away, and it's halfway down. It's not in its stomach. It's a disgorger job. Another beautiful perch. I won't say beautiful anymore, I've said that about 50 times now. I'm coming to end at session now. I'm just going to see if I can get a couple more fish to finish on. See if I get one out there, then one in the edge. Been getting some decent perch and roach. I've probably had over 100 fish. I'll just see if I can get one out there. And I'm going to put a worm on in the edge. I just missed that bite there. Not been a bad session, saying we only came on the off chance. And it's just been a bite of chuck. You've got to move about a bit to keep, the fish do spook easily. So you've got to keep moving about a bit. Just getting a bit of a knock on it there. Let's see if we can get a silver and then a perch on worm. And probably end up with 2 perch. It's just gone under there now. It feels like a silver. It's not shaking like a perch, but it's a micro perch. I'm going to chuck it out again. It's good to go again, that. See if I can get a silver and see if I can get a bigger worm in front of me. Just been chucking a few maggots in now and again. And there's something holding that up there then. It's probably a rod. It's kiting towards the snag, this one. It feels a bit better. And I'll probably finish that swim off with this one. It's another perch. And it's took the hook. I'll just discard it. It's another micro perch. I can't finish on that swim. Let's see if I can get a silver. Might have to come up in the water a bit. There's plenty of fish out there. The same, you come up in the water and you fish probably about 2 foot, 3 foot down. You get more silvers. I'll see if we can get that one more bite out there. Just gone a bit then. Missed that one. Them faster bites, probably the roach and the rod. Probably struggle to get one now, a silver. That time when perch are moving a bit more. We'll see if we can get. There's still a few fish topping. There's not as many roach topping now. It's not moving now, that one. And I think it might be done, the silvers there. It's just popped up and gone under. I don't know what it is. Feels like a perch again. Oh, it's a roach. So that's that swim done. I'm just taking these down a bit now. I think it's a bit of competition out there. Another silver. I'll finish that swim off on that. And I'll get a worm on and see if I can get one worm. Well, one perch out, not a worm. I'll get a worm. Nice juicy one. Just see if we can get one to finish on what's not a micro. That's a big worm, that. I'll just nick the tail off. I'll just drop it in front of me, this. See if I can get that one bite. I think something was holding it up then, and you see it something pretty fast. Could have been on some weed. And that's it. Feels like a decent fish, this. And I'm going to finish on this one. It's going to be a perch with one worm. You can't always guarantee it. Should let a bit of line out really. In the net eventually. This net's not the best one in the world for match fishing style. I'll get this unhooked. Another perch. We'll call it a day at that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you next time.